So apparently the battle between PC and consoles and video games is rigged. Or sort of. Let's be honest, consoles are never as powerful as the PC. And nor could they. Just look at the prices. You can buy a graphics card that's $400. You can buy a new next-gen PS4 for the same price. So we can't realistically expect them to have parity. But apparently it can be purchased. So we remember Watchdogs. It had the E3 trailer that looked really good, and a game that still looked good, but not as good as the trailer. Basically, the consoles weren't powerful enough to do all that. But a lot of PCs were, or are. Not everyone has a Titan in their computer, but lots of people have a 660, 760. That won't be relevant in the future, but lots of people have good graphics cards. So what happened? This is where people jump in with conspiracy theories. I say conspiracy lightly, no real crime has been committed. But people care about their video games, maybe a little too much. So perhaps it's true. Perhaps Sony or Microsoft or both did pay Ubisoft or influence Ubisoft to downgrade the PC version of the game. I'm surprised Ubisoft would do that. I think it hurts them in the long run and doesn't really help them that much unless they're paid to do it. But even still, you think they would rather foster a good PC community, because the PC is growing. I mean, its market is growing. Lots of people are still buying more and more games on Steam, or Uplay to some extent maybe. So why wouldn't they want to keep them happy? Make the games look as good as possible. And it's not as though people on the consoles are going to get shocked when it turns out that the PC version of the game looks better. Everyone expects that. Everybody who's got a console expects that. Unless they're like 12 and they've been reading into the hype too much. Yeah. It's not like anybody who has a console is happy about this and good. Make sure the PC version doesn't look as good as it could. No one's that trite. Of course, that doesn't stop everyone from arguing in the YouTube comment section, or almost any other comment section on the web for that matter. Xbox versus PS4, PC Master Race. I hope they don't do this too much in the future. They being like developers. Actually, probably not the developer, it's probably the publisher. Yeah, I'm not sure who makes that kind of deal. But they should stop. It's obvious, it's a little silly, and not really fair to anybody. And it probably hurts them in the future. Again, that PC market is big, and they're just gonna piss them off for no good reason. And I really feel bad for the person who probably worked on that lighting system. Because coding is really hard. I tried to learn a little bit of coding, but I'm just really messing around. I'm no computer programmer. But I imagine if you worked on that for like a year or two, and it got scrapped because of some BS deal between the two companies, I'd be pissed. I'd probably be the modder who figured out how to unlock it, you know? So hopefully that all comes to an end and we can just play the games they were meant to be played, you know, without purposely downgrading things. It kind of reminds me of how chips are like that. Computer processors, you know. They make the really good version, then they just make a series of downgraded versions. And graphics cards is the same thing. Of course, there you're actually paying more more money for the better version. Where in this case, you're hopefully would get the better version on your PC, but it's just scrapped for no good reason. It's not like it's cheaper or something. But what can you do? You just... I mean, let's be real. If there's another Watchdogs 2 and it's really good, people are just going to buy it anyway. They're not going to, like, boycott Ubisoft games. Well, that's all I got. Thanks. And be sure to subscribe and watch the rest of my videos.